Hi everyone, welcome back to Benidorm by Anna channel. It's me Anna with you here, and today of course we are in our lovely Benidorm. Today I've chosen this location. This is an amazing park which is in Rincon de Loix area, situated right near the Levante private hospital, and it's so nice in here. I'm sitting actually right below the olive tree right here on the grass, and the weather is just amazing, the temperature is amazing. This is why I've decided to go out and show you these amazing views of the park in Benidorm. And from here today, of course, we will be checking the latest news from Spain, what's going on in Benidorm, what's going on in Spain in general, the restrictions, what's happening, all the changes that you should know if you are planning to come to Spain or if you are already here. So let's start with the situation. Probably this is just the best news ever. Situation is still getting better, and so it's getting better that for the last 24 hours we've had only 10,072 new confirmed cases. I know some people might say that this is a lot still. It's kind of a big number, but if you see that we are 47 point something million people living here, 10,000 is like okay. And we used to have 20, 40, 50, 60,000 in one day. So 10,000 right now, it's a great number. The index for 14 days here in Spain has also decreased up until 305 cases per every 100,000 people. This is the index for 14 days, as I've said, and it's for all people, all cases confirmed. And all the experts say that tomorrow probably we will hit the barrier of 300 and we will get lower. If we, and no, let's not say if we, let's say when we will hit the point of 250 cases per every 100,000 people, this means that Spain will officially leave the extreme risk and we will situate ourselves only on a high risk, which is a news that we are all waiting for, because the more situation is getting better, the less cases we have, the lower is the index. That means that more restrictions will be removed and more tourism will be opened, which is just something that we need in our region for the families to be able to survive and for the people to be able to continue working, because the winter is coming, and in winter the situation usually is quite difficult by itself, but now with the pandemics it's even more complicated. There are some changes only in a few regions today. In Catalonia, which is where Barcelona is, they've tried desperately to put the night lockdown, night curfew once again for Barcelona, just because illegal parties and like massification like of people, craziness going on the streets, and they've decided to ask for the night lockdown once again, but they needed to ask the permission for the Supreme Court. And Supreme Court has decided that it's not necessary anymore, so no night lockdown in Catalonia anymore, which means that starting from this weekend, people will be able to move freely throughout all the Catalonia any time of the day and of the night, which is good news for some, but not very good for the others. The other place is Navarra, which is North Spain. Navarra has just amazing North Spanish nature, which is approximately the same as here in this park, which is strange because we are very south. But like there you have more north types of trees, not as many palm trees that we have in here. Beautiful places there, beautiful rivers, beautiful beach areas, beautiful parks. So if you want to see different part of Spain, I definitely recommend you to visit North Spain, because it's definitely worth seeing. And there they've decided to put one more week for the night lockdown up until the 2nd of September, just because they feel that the situation is getting better. They do not want to compromise it, and they prefer to wait one more week to make sure that situation will stabilize before they take away the night lockdown. The other thing that I wanted to talk to you about is what's happening with the tests here. You know that from the 21st of July, The tests are able to be purchased at pharmacies. In any kind of pharmacy here, you can purchase the test without a recipe. A lot of people might say that we could do that in our countries like a long time ago, but here it was not the case. Here in Spain, we were not able to purchase the test without the recipe. And basically we just had to go to the doctor to make the test. And right now we don't have to do so. For more than a month this has been available. And at first a lot of people just went to pharmacies. They were buying like 10, 20, 30 tests, the entire like huge box, you know, you're bringing it home to have it just in case. But right now everything has kind of calmed down, you know, and a lot of people just realized this is the same thing that was happening with the mask here. Like as soon as government has said that masks are obligatory, a lot of people just went and they were buying like boxes and boxes. The true like chaos started, and you could not find masks anywhere. You could just ask from someone to purchase it online and send it to you, or you could like purchase it online in the Amazon. The prices were like 20 times higher than they are right now. True craziness was happening. But then as soon as people saw that there's a lot of them, that there's nothing to be worried about, people just stopped, and now the prices are okay. They're actually very cheap, I must say. So it's very good. Well, the same is happening right now with this issue. Like at first, for a few like weeks at the beginning, at the end of July, like beginning of August, what happened was that people were purchasing them as crazy. The prices are not as high. They're between like 7 and 12 euros, depending on the pharmacy and the area of Spain. But then people realized that tests are there, like first news, they were not already as fresh. So people just said, well, they will be there, it's okay. And right now all pharmacies have like a lot of different tests available. And like I even called to a few pharmacies here in Benidorm and I've asked, do you have tests for like antigen tests for COVID? They said like, yeah, we do have a lot of them. You don't have to worry about it. And all the pharmacies said the same thing. So just in case, if you want to do this for your own sake of mind, if you want to make sure, you can do this like test for 8 euros. Just for you to know, you know, a lot of families have this just in case some of their relatives get positive and they want to make sure that they are not, or if you traveled somewhere, you came back and you want to check if you're okay, like things like that, you know. But right now there is no such craziness as it was at the beginning when all these tests just flooded to the pharmacies. This is what's happening right now. I must say that I've been checking the bookings for September because I was very curious before when I was working at the hotels, like different hotels as a receptionist or as a reservations manager. I was able to see by myself with my own eyes, monitor all the situation. But right now when I'm not there anymore, when I'm just working on YouTube, I just miss that thing because I cannot see what's going on, you know. I can just ask people to tell me that. So I've asked my husband to check it because he's working at one of the hotels in Benidorm. I've asked for him to check what's going on, and he actually said that for September numbers are getting lower and lower because I mean it's obvious people who have like family, who have children, they do not travel that much in September because the school year starts. So basically the only people that travel are those who do not have children. Or who have like very small children, or couples, elderly people, like, you know, things like that. So the type of tourism changes quite a lot with the beginning of autumn. And what they've said is that there are not as many people as right now. Like right now, hotels are almost fully booked. Full capacity, taken into consideration that the capacity had to be lowered down because there need to be social distancing. They cannot occupy all the tables at a restaurant and etc. So they've said that even so, now it was like full, the fullest that it was like in the last few years probably. And by September, the amount of people will be a lot less. Actually, you can see it already right now. Like, it was impossible to park even a week ago here in Benidorm. Like, we were getting crazy when we wanted to film for you guys. I have this video right here. I'm gonna put you the link right here so that, like, I could not park literally for 2 days almost to show you this video, like to film for you guys, which was crazy. But right now it's not like that anymore. You can find the space in a blue area. Blue area is a paid area. It's almost all Benidorm, okay? So when you see like a blue line, so that you know, it's where you have to get a ticket from the parking machine and put it in your car. So that's like a paid place. So now it's already fine. You can find a parking space. Of course, if you go like Saturday night, Friday night, it might not be as easy, but on the rest of the days, it's totally fine. So you can see that a lot less people are coming. Not a lot, like it's not empty, don't get me wrong, but you can actually see the difference, especially us who live here permanently. We can tell when it's getting busier and when there are less people coming. But still, it's okay. I mean, a lot of people are working, people returned to their job positions. There are a lot of job positions, job offers as well available online on the main touristic websites that are here in our area. So this is just a great news for all the people who were like looking for a kind of a job as soon as they've lost it due to all things that are going on right now. So this is what's happening basically in Spain and in our Benidorm area in general. We're all fine. We are looking forward to autumn. We're looking forward to this weather that we have basically today. Not too warm, but warm enough to be able to stay outside and enjoy the fresh air. We miss autumn, actually, I must say. Not winter, but we miss autumn. We miss mild, comfy days when you can spend the entire day somewhere on the fresh air in the city, walking in the park, doing sports, traveling, and etc. The next news is very interesting one about what's happening with electric cars, like ecological cars here in our area. The thing is that a lot of people are interested in buying one. We personally, like my family, is very interested in a year and a half, like in a year more or less, we will be checking and buying hopefully a new car, brand new one from the fabrics, and we will be buying fully electric one. Probably this was our decision because we do not want to have a car that pollutes air even more. So we want to contribute even with like a smallest piece, but we want to take part in all this, and we want to help not to pollute our streets and our air anymore. So we are thinking about the electric car. But then once again, this is happening with all the people here, okay? The situation is that in our region of Alicante in general, we have only 500 charging points, okay? Which is very important to know, especially if you're coming with a car and with an electric car. Or if you're gonna rent one, if it's an electric. So we only have 500 points, more or less, in all the region of Alicante, which is just extremely low number. And the people who produce cars, okay, the car producers, what they've said is that for people to be willing to buy a car, for people who are willing like to do all this, what we need is to have at least 11,000 points of charging here in our region, which is just a huge number comparing to what we have right now. Like, this is why a lot of people are afraid to buy electric car, because they just feel like, okay, I'm gonna buy it and then what? Like, I will not be able to charge and like to find a charging point, and then I'm gonna just end up at the street with my car just stopped and not able to charge it because there is no charging point near me. Like, it's not as comfortable as having a normal car, because you can get like a lot of places where you can get the fuel, but not the same thing happens with the electric one. So by 2030, our government has decided to put a lot more charging points, which, if it is true, will of course permit people to purchase electric cars, because they're not going to be afraid anymore to have one and just not be able to charge it. Because here, like in Benidorm, I only know probably like 3-4 points, charging points with easy access where you can get your car charged. Like, it is what it is. We want to have these cars. We want to have a change and help our town. But if we don't have anywhere to charge it, like, it doesn't make any sense to buy a new car like this. This is what's happening in our region. We want to, but we cannot really have it for now. Hopefully things will change very, very soon with the new charging points that will be installed in our area. And the next news is on what's happening with the luxury properties here in our region. There's a very interesting statistics going on, which basically says that our Alicante region is the 5th region in all Spain with the most, with the biggest amount of ultra luxury properties. Ultra luxury properties here in Spain, they are meant to be those who cost around between 3 million euros and 25 million euros, which is just a huge amount of money. But these are properties that are right near the beach area or somewhere in the mountains that have just amazing view towards all the Mediterranean Sea, towards Benidorm Bay, Alicante, towards the mountains, in the national park, with sauna, with wellness inside, with gym, with a few swimming pools, with a lot of place outside, with a terrace, parking space, luxury endings inside of the house as it is. So we have a lot of these properties. I just did not think that we have so many luxury and expensive properties in our region. You can actually see it on the website idealista.com. I'm gonna put it in the comment below this video, and you can check there by the price range and see which kind of properties in our region do cost more than 3 million euros. You would be definitely surprised. I was when I've seen them. And the last thing, the weather, of course, for today. The weather is very nice. There are some clouds right there behind me, and on this side, on the natural park right here as well. There are some clouds, which helps us a lot to stay here outside, which is very nice. In general, in Spain, what is happening is this. There are some clouds in the center, on the north part of Spain, and somewhere in the south, but not more than that. Tomorrow, the situation will be approximately the same, except that tomorrow it's not going to be raining as much as it might today in some regions. The temperatures are very stable, they're very mild, very comfy today, and the only place in Spain probably where the temperatures are still very high is in South Spain. In Alicante and Benidorm today we have only 29 degrees, which is perfect temperature for all of us, definitely. In Barcelona we have 27, in Granada 34, in Malaga and Marbella 27, Sevilla 32, Madrid 30, Murcia 31, Balearic Islands, which are Mallorca, Menorca and Ibiza, 31 degrees as well. In Canarian Islands between 25 and 29, and in Valencia only 26 degrees, which is very nice. We've had this huge heat wave here in our area, well, in general in all Spain, and finally right now we have these just truly ideal temperatures that are the best to be able to go outside all the entire day, to spend time at the nature, to go somewhere without the necessity of bringing bottles and bottles of water with you, and without going with a sun hat and with the hand ventilator that we also have in here. So these were all the news for today, my dears. I hope you enjoyed watching them. I wish you a lovely and amazing day of today, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow with a new video. Tomorrow I have a very nice, very interesting video for you guys. We start to look at touristic apartments in Benidorm. Tomorrow's video gonna take the famous Gemelos 22 apartments here in Benidorm, the Luxmar and Lloydmar. A lot of apartments with affordable prices. So don't miss tomorrow's video. Bye everyone.